Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Cookie Run Kingdom, where we're going to be focusing on a cookie this video, where, I've done the videos where it's basically like, analysis, overview videos on a cookie, where I talk about, how they speak on the overworld or in the menu screen, talk about the story, talk about how they work in battle, and give you just my general opinion on them. And this time we're going to be focusing on one of the new cookies that was released, because unfortunately I don't have Snapdragon yet, because I feel like trying to get Snapdragon is going to be just as hard as trying to get Pitaya Dragon Cookie. I know it has like the whole like hatch egg gimmick where like you need you need like specific gems to like hatch them and like raise the temperature on the egg. I don't know exactly how that works, but I don't know. But instead, we're going to be focusing on a cookie that I was actually very excited to see the first time I saw her, being a TARTE TATIN cookie, which you can actually see all the way down here because, let's be honest, she's easy to spot because look at that giant cannon that she's holding. It just went past the pale and almost just, it's just going through everything. Literally, that's how strong it is. It literally just goes through random objects and gets just this blunderbuss through them. That's how powerful it is. But yeah, basically, I'm just going to go talk about what this cookie does. And I usually do these for all the new cookies that get to release. However, I will be mentioning that I won't be reading comments on the video because I just want this video to be focusing on the cookie by itself. And yeah, but with that being said, I will say that if you still want to leave a comment and question down in the comment section below for me to read on the video, then feel free to do so. It could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. It doesn't even matter because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day and we appreciate being around each other, and that's what matters the most because it comes from community and creator to community. That's what matters. But something I'm very curious about, why would I want to put her near the flower? Which, first of all, by the way, if you just pick her up, she just does not care. Like, I thought she'd be a little bit more, like, worrisome about it, like a big threat, but no, she's just like, yeah, this is my life now. You put her down, she, like, lands graciously with a cannon. What happens if I put you next to the flower? Oh, she just waters it gracefully. Well, that's sweet of her. Okay. Dramatic pose, I gotta love that.
Is it time for me to head back to Dragon City?
You just came here. And by the way, I didn't even tap on you for that. Like, what the pleb? Okay, first of all, I want to see how it looks when you just sit down peacefully. Well, I mean, I don't know where the cannon went, but it's just gone. But how does it look when you run? I really want to see. You run with the cannon equipped. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. How are you able to run at full speed with the cannon still on you? Literally just tells me, like, how you're be a gamer. Play against the pastry. Literally just shows me that's a cool cookie. This is a cookie you want to befriend. That's just what I'm trying to say. Stop. How did you... I didn't even know I could put people here. Could I, or is this a glitch? I mean... No, you're trying to hide from me. What the pleb? I'll try and get you back on the mainland just so I can tap on you a few times to see some of what your quotes are.
My scar. Well, that's a long story.
Oh my gosh, I realized, yeah, she does have an eye patch. That's where a scar is. I could have sworn, I feel like I have that same hat. But yeah, apparently that... just kind of like Dark Chocolate Cookie, she has a scar on her eye, which obviously it's being covered by an eye patch, but... that probably must be from a dragon for all I know, because, she's a dragon hunter.
Just tell me what you need.
I want you to be great. I saw a straw poll on YouTube, fun fact, and, like, it told me, oh, is TARTE TATIN great in PvP? And everyone said no. And the no button had Black Pearl Cookie on it, so I'm just like, oh, maybe that's why.
Call for me if you see a dragon nearby.
Well, you'll be happy to know I have neither Snapdragon or Pitaya Dragon Cookie in this kingdom, so... I mean, as of right now, I don't, but... right now, this land is basically safe.
I made a couple of improvements to this cannon myself.
How? Are you telling me that cannon was not the same way before? You're telling me you made upgrades to it? I mean, first of all, it looks like it's made out of, like, full-blown metal and made out of weird things that you'll probably find in the kitchen. Like, what the heck is going on there?
Just tell me what you need. What is it?
How are you doing?
There's no retirement for dragon hunters like myself.
Sounding like Almond Cookie, where there's no such thing as taking a nap when there's still a lot of crime afoot.
There's no retirement. Touch me again, and I'll show you how this cannon works.
You know what? I'll take the risk.
What is it?
Shoot me. That's basically how it is.
What a peaceful kingdom.
Yeah, more like a clutter of a kingdom. The Pleb Dynasty is way better.
My scar. Just tell me what you need. There's no retirement.
That might be it for the overworld
Call
folks.
for me if you see a dragon nearby.
Well, I don't think there's any right now.
What?
Unless if you're talking about the guild
kingdom.
battles, because there's some dragons there.
Call for me.
Well, one.
What? Just tell me what is it?
That might be it, honestly.
You say dragons were sighted here too?
Not in this area as far as I know. Maybe in some adventures, maybe Hollyberry could tell you about them, but like, only in guild battle have I seen a dragon, so maybe that would actually be really cool. Like a buff against specific dragon cookies. Imagine that. But I think that may be all for...
I always work alone.
That is a lie. You literally worked with Hollyberry, Bataya Cookie, not the dragon, Snapdragon, Royal Margarine, and you worked with all of them over in the flipping Red Dragon storyline.
Touch me again.
All right, well, I'm just gonna go over to your noble information.
Tell me what you need. The size of your enemy has nothing to do with your chances of winning.
Okay. Hear me out. You say that the size of your enemy has nothing to do with your chances of winning, but you don't realize, or maybe you perfectly realize, you have the cannon that is 3 times the size of your whole body. And you tell me the size does not matter. I'm sorry. So if I just walk up with a plumbing, like a cannon, and you're like, oh, well, it's completely fine. Like, you may have a gun. I have a full-size, like, cannon, and, like, I have a nuke. But, you know, we're basically at the same lethality level. We're basically fine.
My experience makes me a feared opponent.
Yeah, you probably have, like, I gotta be honest, you probably have decades of experience. I mean, I don't know how long you've been hunting for, but considering that at this point, like, age is definitely something that's caught up to you, but you still have, like, so... And by the way, I just realized, your eye patch is a heart. Which, if that's, like, come on, like, how can any... If there's people who hate you, which, the only people I know who hate you are people who, like, are Snapdragon full supporters because you threatened the child, which, I can understand that, just because, you know, wanting to get rid of dragon stuff because of how much they caused you, but I still have my full trust in you.
I've no place to call home, but many places precious to me.
Well, I have no place to call home, but many places precious to me, but... I mean, does that make sense with the term, like, home is where the heart is? Because if you have many places that are precious to you, maybe they're close to your heart. So I guess that does make sense. And by the way, I just realized, her design really resembles a pirate right about now, and it actually makes a lot of sense. You got, like, the high boots, you got, like, the red and, like, goldish outfit, you have the eye patch, even you got a weapon that's, you could basically compare to a cannon, like, from a pirate ship. Literally, you would convince me that you would be a pirate, and I would actually believe you. Legitimately. But like a good pirate, not like a thieving crypt pleb one.
Hunting is my choice. My only choice.
I don't think that's your only choice, I gotta be honest, but I'm just saying, like... If you mean hunting dragons, that's fine, but I don't think you want to go shoot rockets at, like, a plumbing cake pup. That's just overkill at that point.
There are tricks only small cookies can do.
Are you... Okay, I don't know if you're referring that to yourself, or, like, even smaller cookies, like Pancake Cookie, or, like, Snapdragon, but... there's no way you'd be referring to yourself. Yeah, I have a couple of small tricks. Whips out giant cannon.
Remember, if you don't hunt the dragons, they'll hunt you.
You've established this point a lot, at least maybe twice, in the Dragon Adventure storyline. And let's be honest, you're kind of right, and even then so, we got attacked because we fell asleep. That's basically how it goes. So, moral of the story, don't sleep.
Hunting is my... I am a dragon hunter. Hunting is my calling.
Honestly, I'm glad you said it like that, because I would be more, not weirded out, but like, it feel a little bit more cringe, which is probably a stupid term to use nowadays, but like, it would be stupid if you said like, I am the dragon hunter. No, they call me the dragon hunter. Dragon hunting is my calling. Which, I know, sounds goofy, but that's why I'm trying to say it like that. Alright, so, I'm gonna go ahead and read your story now. I'm not sure if there's any other quotes.
A dragon's weakness is their arrogance.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started with how many, like, dragons I have seen in stories that are just arrogant plublords. Oh my gosh. Just thinking about it now. Oh, it's filling my brain. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and read your story, and then I will ask a common question of the day to every single one of you if you want to answer it down in the description. But apparently, according to your story, it says, whether it's the past or the future of dragon hunting, you can be sure that TARTE TATIN TARTE TATIN Cookie is part of it. Years and years of carrying around her customized cannon on dragon hunts far and wide was helped build TARTE TATIN Cookie's reputation as an extremely skilled, experienced dragon hunter. Her customized cannon on dragon hunts for far and wide has helped build TARTE TATIN Cookies. Okay, that does make sense. I don't know why I misread that. Glad I stopped right when a car just for some reason drove by at 3:30 in the morning. The way she confronts the dragons, massive threats to all cookie kind, without even a trace of her fear, is reminiscent to that of the ancient heroes. It inspires the cookies around her and sets their battle spirit aflame. Tarte Tatin cookie may seem hard to approach because of her aloof personality and serious attitude, but unlike her cold exterior, she has a warm side to her that means she never forgets a friend. After all, the best hunters are those who have a lot to protect. You're sure to find Tarte Tatin cookie fighting another enormous beast somewhere again today, firing her cannon without hesitation. Boom! Wonder if that scared anyone. But basically, she has large cannon, she fire it, boom, and it could be used more on just dragons. Okay, so before we talk about her skill and stuff, I want to ask, just for a common question of the day, what is your current opinion on Tarte Tatin cookie? Because so far, immediate, like, top 10 favorite, like, Kingdom cookies in my opinion. Like, genuinely, if we're talking about Cookie Run Kingdom cookies, specifically, probably up in, like, my top 5. Like, I'm not even joking. And I don't have huge favoritism towards, like, many cookies, but this cookie is top tier. Literally, just, like, very old age, but is still able to, like, kick butt with the, like, a cannon 3 times your size that you can somehow still carry at a full sprint. Displays dragons just as a hobby. Done it for years and somehow has not been killed by it. Has too much experience, has stuff to protect. Story gives her, like, you know, passion. And just, like, you know, she's experienced with, like, hunting other things, I guess, as well. Genuinely. And also, don't get me fucking started on the voice. It's very fitting for her. It's soft, subtle, but can definitely be, like, more serious at times. And I think it works very well for her. So, again, let's just continue with her skill, which it's called Cannonade? Cannonade? I think it's Cannonade. Does that stand for cannon grenade or something? When Tarte Tatin Cookies fires her cannon, she reduces her own cooldown and shackles her target after a certain number of hits. Upon using her skill, she will fire a cannonball straight towards the center cookie in the enemy team. Hits enemies suffers from burn and bosses receive an extra damage. After a certain number of skill, Tarte Tatin Cookie will fire an enhanced cannonball during the battle. When Tarte Tatin Cookie successfully defeats an enemy or a boss, her attack will increase. While Tarte Tatin Cookie is using her skill, she will briefly become resistant to interrupting effects. So she fires at the enemy or boss, apparently reduces her own cooldown and shackles her target for a certain number of time, which I guess that makes them stay still or something. Some downside I see is that, yeah, sure, bosses can receive an extra damage, but it also says after hitting or defeating an enemy or boss, the attack will increase. But that's not really gonna help for bosses if the bosses are usually at the end of the level, unless if there's like 2 bosses in the level. But like, what's the point? You're just gonna have to rely on the enemies giving you an attack raise as well. But I don't know. What I really want to do now is where did I go? Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to find her in the cookie section. What? Custard. I know all about the cookie bonds. Wait, what? What is it? Huh? Oh, each time you unlock a new cookie bond, you can receive a reward. Don't forget to collect them all. So you get reward. Oh. Well, that's entirely. There's 7,000 crystals waiting. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that feature. I'm glad Custard is handing out free gifts for the cookies who need it. Alright, anyway, back to you. I'm going to go ahead and slip you through a few upgrades so I can see some of your upgrade quotes and get you stronger.
I'm strong enough, but always ready to grow even stronger.
I was about to say, you shouldn't just say you're strong enough. I'm feeding you these for a reason. I want your cannon to be the size of the entirety of Earthbread.
My past mistakes may save me in the future.
What type of past mistake? Do you mean in regards to your eye patch? Like the scar that you have? That's the only mistake I can see you making.
I'm strong enough.
I know that, but I'm feeding you him anyway.
Even I felt this before. The feeling of growth.
Did someone feed you XP jellies before, or do you just grow?
I feel lighter somehow.
Okay, wait, now I'm confused. At one point you say, oh, I felt this before. I feel growth. But now, the other point, now you're saying, oh, I feel lighter. Which one do you want?
My past mistakes may save me in the training. Is never ending.
No, it's it's not that it's ever never ending, but it's only limited to the amount of XP jellies that I have. But I'm gonna go ahead and boost you up to level 30 because that's basically the usual default that I put these cookies up to.
I must prepare for my next hunt.
Yeah, don't worry, you're well prepared enough at 13,000 power, and it's going to be even better because I'm going to boost you up with this, and you're going to be so strong because you went from 13,000 to 26,000. That is goated. Okay, well, let's go ahead and back out And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the world exploration, which is going to go over to a basic level, like basically my classic 1-6, which I have fought with these cookies just so I could do some quests. But what I want to do is remove the 3 of you, and then we're going to slap on TARTE TATIN onto the team. Will she be down here a little bit higher up because of the damage? Yeah, there you are. And also, she does have some quotes when you put her on the battlefield.
I will join you.
Good, that's perfect. That's what I want.
It's been a while since I fought as a team.
Well, right now as a team, not really, just by yourself, but soon enough I'll have you fight along in a team.
It's been a while since I fought as a team.
There's no team right now.
We should get going.
Do you want to just go like right now?
Everyone, onwards!
Alright, I guess we're just going forward. Okay, let's just do this level. There's a little bit of fighting that we could just do basically, and there's a little bit of platforming so we can hear some jump and slide sound effects, so why the pleb not? And honestly, I can understand why TARTE TATIN wouldn't be good for PvP, only just because it would be better just for enemies and bosses. Just for that attack buff. Yeah, just look at those. What are those, rocks for bullets? I can't even tell what she's exactly hit. 8 attack up. Great. Alright, let's see it. Okay, that.
Fire!
Okay, that's just a new. And she has a rocket loaded up. Okay. Well, whoever's getting this next is going to be very scared. And she's just like, eh? It's like a raspy breath right there, kinda. Anyway, who's gonna get this rocket? Alright, here you go.
Fire!
Okay. That just nuked literally everything. It's literally just a good enemy swarm, like an enemy clearer. Genuinely, like, here, let's clear this pack of enemies right here. Boop.
Fire!
And apparently the next shot is an even better cannon. This cookie is great.
It was a fine battle.
Good. I'm glad that you say it was fine. Alright, so I think this cookie is actually really good to have if you just want to clear some enemies, especially if you're prepared for a boss, because you can have her clear a good pack of enemies, and then when a boss comes up, she's just like, oh, now I have this buff against bosses, and the attack goes up. So, honestly, seems like a very good cookie to use. Now, in player versus player, I wouldn't expect her to be used that much. However, if you're looking to clear some worlds, and you're looking for a very good cookie to use, especially against bosses and enemies, honestly, this is a good ranger cookie to have. However, I don't know, that is just my opinion. I don't know what else you want me to say. This is just coming from a pleb who plays Cooker and Kingdom casually and not, like, thinking about super hardcore teams. I'm not at that stage of life yet. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share this video with your friends if you enjoy my Cooker Run content. And if you enjoy my content in general, why not subscribe? And also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. I also have merch if you want to check it out, but I'm not forcing you to buy anything at all. I also have a Discord down in the description if you want to check it out. It's called the Hypenese Hub. It's a fun time down there, and we're trying to expand each and every single day. And last but certainly not least, there's another link down in the description that leads to a Twitter post where, if it gets 10,000 likes, I can get the Cooker Run YouTube set for absolutely free. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.